He had only one sandwich. She had tears in her eyes, and behind them both stood a woman whose decision would change everything. Stay till the end, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Inspiration Stories Box for more heart-touching stories. The stone steps outside the old city library were cold, even in the afternoon sun. Daniel Harper sat there quietly, his back against the railing, his worn jacket pulled tight. In his hand was a brown paper bag holding his lunch, one sandwich he'd made early that morning before dropping his son at school. Life hadn't been kind lately. Widowed 3 years ago, bills piling up, 2 jobs barely keeping food on the table. Still, Daniel never complained. He believed that if he stayed gentle, life would eventually soften back. As he unwrapped the sandwich, he noticed a little girl sitting a few steps below him. She couldn't have been older than 7. Her shoulders were slumped, her shoes dusty, her eyes fixed on the ground. She wasn't crying loudly, just silent tears slipping down her cheeks. Daniel hesitated. He wasn't good with kids anymore. Losing his wife had taken something from him. But something about the girl's quiet sadness felt familiar. "Hey," he said softly, "you okay?" She shook her head but didn't look up. "Did you lose someone?" he asked gently. She nodded. Daniel glanced at his sandwich. He was hungry. His shift wouldn't end for hours, but the knot in his chest tightened. He broke the sandwich in half and slowly held it out. "Here, you can have this." The girl looked up, surprised. "But that's yours." He smiled. "I'll survive." She took it carefully, like it was something precious. "Thank you," she whispered. They sat there in silence, sharing the sandwich, the city noise filling the gaps. Slowly, the girl began to talk. Her name was Lily. She felt invisible. Her mom was always busy. Meetings, calls, travel. She felt forgotten. Daniel listened, truly listened. What he didn't see was the woman standing a few feet behind them, well-dressed, composed, and frozen in place. Sophia Reynolds, CEO of a multi-million-dollar tech company, had followed her daughter from a distance after another argument that morning. She'd wanted to give Lily space. She never expected to find a stranger giving her child the kindness she'd failed to show. Sophia watched as Daniel offered his last bite to Lily, joking softly, making her smile, and in that moment her world cracked open. Sophia had built empires, fired executives without blinking, controlled rooms with a single look. But watching her daughter laugh on those steps with a man who had nothing brought tears she hadn't felt in years. When Lily finally stood up, wiping her face, Sophia stepped forward. "Lily," she said gently. The girl turned. "Mom!" Daniel stood up quickly. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean—" Sophia raised a hand. "Thank you." Her voice shook. "For what?" Daniel asked. "For seeing my daughter when I couldn't." They talked. Sophia learned Daniel's story about his wife, his son, his exhaustion, his quiet strength. Daniel learned who Sophia was and felt embarrassed, suddenly aware of his worn shoes and empty wallet. But Sophia didn't see that. She saw a man who gave when he had nothing. Over the next few weeks, Sophia insisted Daniel come by, just to talk, then to help with small things. Eventually, she offered him a position at her company, not as charity, but because she trusted him. Lily adored him. Daniel's son found a safe place to grow. 2 broken families slowly stitched each other back together. On a sunny afternoon, months later, Sophia watched Daniel and Lily sitting on the same steps, laughing. She whispered to herself, "One sandwich saved us all." If this story touched your heart, please like the video and subscribe to Inspiration Stories Box. Your support helps us share more stories of kindness, hope, and humanity.